Dark side of being a Sheikh's daughter. Where is Princess Latifa? In 2018, a very dramatic and widely talked about international incident took place. It revolved around the life of Latifa, a member of the royal family in Dubai. Latifa made a bold claim that she was being held, against her will, by her own family. She said that she had been forcefully taken from a yacht near the coast of India. This shocking statement caused a lot of controversy and got the attention of people all around the world. Now, let's jump to 2021. Latifa had the opportunity to meet with the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet. During this meeting, Latifa made a heartfelt request for privacy. She asked for help and protection from the international community because she was afraid of what her family might do to her. What's interesting is that during this time, pictures of Latifa started showing up in places like Iceland and Spain. She seemed to be living a life of freedom in these photos. This led to a lot of speculation and arguments about whether she was really free or not. Eventually, the evidence made it seem like Latifa had gained some level of independence. Because of this, the Free Latifa campaign stopped its efforts as it appeared that Latifa was no longer in immediate danger. Imagine a puzzling story that has unfolded over the last 3 years. It's about a woman named Sheikh Latifa from Dubai. In March 2018, something very strange happened to her while she was on a yacht in the ocean near India. The Indian Coast Guard captured her, and this event created a lot of confusion and interest around the world. Now, here's the big mystery. Did Sheikh Latifa try to run away from her luxurious life in her father's palace, or was she taken against her will, like a pawn in a dangerous game to get money from her rich family? Nobody seems to have a clear answer, and that's what makes this story so baffling. On one side of the story, the leader of the UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, says that Latifa's capture was to protect her from people who wanted to harm her and her family. But on the other side, before she was captured, Latifa shared videos and stories that tell a scary tale of being kept against her will and treated badly. Many people are worried about what has happened to Latifa, a 36-year-old woman who shared her story through videos after leaving the United Arab Emirates. Some even believe that she might not be alive anymore, despite the Dubai government showing pictures to prove otherwise. The Dubai government has been trying to convince everyone that Latifa is okay by releasing pictures and statements. But some people are not sure if these are true. Latifa's situation has become a big issue around the world. People are worried about her, and they're also worried about human rights in the UAE. They say that Latifa was kept against her will and treated badly. In February 2021, something very concerning happened on TV. The BBC showed a video where a lady named Sheikh Latifa from Dubai was talking. She said that she was trapped and very scared for her life. The video showed her in a small bathroom, looking really frightened. This video was made about 1 year after she was taken against her will. This was a big deal because it made people all around the world worried about Latifa's safety. It also made people think about how people should be treated fairly and have the freedom to make their own choices, especially in a country like Dubai. People were very upset and wanted to know more about what was happening to Latifa. They asked for an investigation to find out the truth. In 2018, a woman named Sheikh Latifa was brought back to the United Arab Emirates, UAE. A former UN commissioner named Mary Robinson visited the place where Latifa was living. She said that Latifa seemed to be troubled and regretful about trying to leave the UAE. This information came from a report by the BBC. Latifa's stepmother, Princess Haya bint Hussein, also talked to Mary Robinson during her visit. Princess Haya said that Latifa was suffering from a mental condition called bipolar disorder. This is a condition that can affect a person's mood and emotions. These statements by Mary Robinson and Princess Haya raised a lot of questions. People were concerned about Latifa's well-being and why she was brought back to the UAE. It also made people think about how people with mental health issues are treated. In February 2021, something really important happened in the case of Sheikh Latifa. It's a bit like a big plot twist in a story. You see, back in 2018, a lady named Mary Robinson, who used to work for the United Nations and is respected, said that Sheikh Latifa was having some problems and that her family was taking care of her in Dubai. But in 2021, Mary Robinson changed her story. During an interview on a TV show called BBC's Panorama, she said that she and Princess Haya, who used to be married to Sheikh Mohammed, had been tricked or fooled about Sheikh Latifa's mental health. This is a big deal because it means that what people thought about Sheikh Latifa's situation might not be true. Before this, the UAE embassy in London had said that Sheikh Latifa was okay and with her family because she wanted to be. But Mary Robinson's new statement raised doubts about that. It got the attention of groups that stand up for human rights, like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch. They have been worried about Sheikh Latifa for a long time. Now, with Mary Robinson changing her mind, it made people think that there should be a serious investigation into what's really happening with Sheikh Latifa. People want to make sure she's safe and that she has the freedom to make her own choices. This twist in the story put even more pressure on world leaders to look into Sheikh Latifa's situation and make sure she's okay. It's all about protecting her rights and making sure she's not in any danger. In the year 2000, something very sad and serious happened during a family trip to the United Kingdom involving Latifa's sister, Sheikha Shamsa, who was 38 years old at the time. This event became a big part of a story about power and royalty in the United Arab Emirates, UAE. As we learned from Latifa herself through a recorded video and from documentaries made by her friends and people who know her, Sheikha Shamsa did something very brave during that trip. She tried to escape from her family because she wanted to live a different life, away from the restrictions of royalty. However, her escape didn't last long. About a month later, Sheikha Shamsa was taken back to the UAE against her will. This was done by people who worked for the UAE government, and it raised a lot of questions about her safety and well-being. After that, Sheikha Shamsa disappeared from public view, and nobody knows for sure what happened to her. This is a big concern because it's important to know that people are safe and free to make choices about their lives. In December 2019, a judge in England made a very important decision. This decision was about two women named Shamsa and Latifa. The judge used a legal term called the balance of probabilities to decide something. What the judge decided was that their father had done something really bad. He had planned the kidnappings of both Shamsa and Latifa. This decision wasn't just about what happened recently to Latifa when she tried to escape from the United Arab Emirates, UAE. It also looked back to a time in 2002 when she was just 16 years old. Back then, she had also tried to run away from the UAE, and the judge recognized that. This decision was a big deal because it brought attention to some important issues. It showed that sometimes people have to fight really hard for their rights and freedom. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, a prominent figure in the United Arab Emirates, faced a tumultuous period in his personal life when his wife, Princess Haya bint Hussein, decided to flee to London in 2019, accompanied by their two children, Sheikha Jalila and Sheikh Zayed. This event marked a significant and highly publicized chapter in the lives of the royal family. Princess Haya bint Hussein, the daughter of the late Jordanian King Hussein, sought refuge in London amidst a contentious divorce from Sheikh Mohammed. The circumstances surrounding her departure raised questions and garnered international attention. It was a situation fraught with both personal and political implications, given the high-profile nature of the individuals involved. Princess Haya was genuinely afraid of threats and took legal action by obtaining a protection and non-molestation order for one of her daughters. The family division of Britain's High Court sided with her, granting full custody and ordering the Sheikh to provide financial support. In May 2021, the Free Latifa campaign, which had been tirelessly working to free Latifa from the Dubai villa, where she was reportedly held against her will, decided to end their efforts. This decision came after pictures emerged of Latifa in Iceland and on holiday with Sioned Taylor, a British teacher in Dubai. The campaign leaders released a statement explaining that they had made significant progress and would now let the United Nations oversee Latifa's future steps, as their primary goal of securing her freedom to travel as she wished had been achieved.